Welcome to Center Stage. I'm Angelina and this is Remi. And today, Remi, what I'm going to have for you and you guys is I'm going to be talking about my personality type, which is INFJ. And but along with talking about my personality type, I'm going to be talking about all INFJs and 7 INFJ behaviors that other people think are weird.
Oh, that's going to be
good.
Okay.
So stay tuned and I'll be right back. Well, okay, Remi, so we're talking about INFJs.
And tell us, what does where did you...
Okay, INFJ is one of 16 personality types.
Did you take a test to find out who you are?
Right, And INFJ, in my case, I am an INFJ. And
what does that stand for?
Okay, well, INFJ is for introverted, intuition, and that's what the N is for. It's actually IN. And then the F is for feeling, and the J is for judging. And so...
And they don't mean exactly what that sounds like.
Right.
It's judgmental.
Right. The judging just means that that's how, that's kind of how I live my life, is by my internal judgment of myself. And, but interestingly enough also is that INFJ is the rarest of all 16 personality types. And
how many are there?
Well, INFJ, it's between 1 and 3% of the population.
She's very strange.
I am very strange.
1 to 3, that's strange.
I am very strange. And I will say that up until the time that I found out what my personality type was, and it was actually very eye-opening for me, and because I always felt so weird, that I was just a weird person.
Just different.
And
right?
well, I felt that I was weird, like growing up, all through, I felt I was weird. But once I discovered that, what my personality type was, and then I went into the research of, what this meant, it was like, oh, okay, I'm not weird. I'm supposed to be this way. I do these particular things because it is my personality. And there are other people that are like me. I'm not the only one that does.
There are billions of them. 1% of the world. So what that makes her, to me, is special.
Okay, well, yes, and my husband thinks I'm special, and not the way I like to think I'm special.
Well, our husbands really never get it quite right. But you know what I mean when I say she's special. She's unique and she's beautiful.
Well, so I have 7 things that other people tend to think that INFJ, it's a type of behavior. It's a behavior that other people don't quite get, and so it seems weird to them.
And also, it's a trait that causes a behavior.
Mm-hmm. Right. It is. And so, number 1 is all or nothing. Don't spit it out!
Man, nail on the head right there. Yes, Buster. Okay.
And it's almost like a syndrome. I mean,
I know. And it's obsessive.
Yeah, and and I definitely, it's a drive to follow what I like,
right,
what I am passionate about,
or just interested in.
Right, or just interested in. I could just have a very vague interest in it. And
she's not kidding.
And it can be positive or negative things. It's just not always positive things. I mean, it can be very, negative, also. But I can't do anything other than that.
That's who you are.
Right. It is who I am, and I'm very driven.
She'll stay up all night researching something if she's got the need to know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And your need to know is the most outstanding. But go ahead.
So
number 2.
So number 2, Okay. Oh, and let me also add to number 1, all or nothing, is that it's an extremist. I am very much an extremist, and sometimes that puts me on the wrong path also. So other INFJs will understand what I mean when I say that.
Well, maybe next time you can give us a little more information.
Yeah, I think I will. I do think that I will.
Topic. Right.
And so number 2, I know that you probably aren't aware of this, Remy,
No,
but
never.
I'm a perfectionist.
Oh no. You
And
don't say.
Most INFJs are perfectionists, and
The world could be falling down, but if they're looking,
it better fall down right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And if they've gotten their focus on something else, it can fall down because they're going to get this one thing
Right.
right. And those make some of the best professionals in the world.
Yeah, I can see why that quality would help
You want your
with
surgeon to be that way, right?
And
But
also,
she's not doing surgery, not yet.
but that's not always a good thing,
I know.
because I find it very hard to work well with others. I don't play well with others.
I won't even go there. I won't even go there.
And it's because satisfaction is never guaranteed when you're working with someone else, or if you're trying to do like if you're in school and you're doing a project and it's a partnership, it's and I know that I am this way, and I cannot not be that way.
Let me kind of summarize a little bit.
Okay.
What it is, because I've grown up with these people, they have this trait, that when you're that way, your way is the best way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very difficult to work with somebody that doesn't understand that you're right. It's true. And it's really hard. So you don't want to hurt their feelings, but if you don't mind, you got to get the hell out of my way, because I'm going to finish this. And I'm going to do it my way because it's the best way.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody like her.
But I don't always think it's the best way, but it's the best way for me.
That's right.
And I'm not saying that only my way is the only way, but it is the best way for me.
And if she's on the team, that way is what, pretty much, because your INFJs are very, very, what's the word? Their personalities are really, they come out at that time. You need to get in there somewhere or other to make it right. And that's a good thing. Because you're usually right. I said usually.
Well, you let my husband know this.
Yes, I'm going to tell him right after we get done filming.
Okay, so number 3. Okay, we often can't settle things, in the sense of INFJs want to seek meaning of life through everything. Everything has a meaning.
This plant is spiritual. I love it.
So in turn, it sometimes turns into, where you can't settle. Like things aren't black or white.
Right.
They're always gray. And that's not always good, because, sometimes I feel it's hard for me to judge a side, or, but you need to have boundaries, and you need to know, but I find it very difficult, because I can always understand the other side of it. Even though I may not agree with it, I understand how and why someone may be or think the way that they do, and they deserve to have their own thoughts recognized and appreciated and respected. But sometimes I find it...
Slow down.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want you to slow down.
Oh. Was I talking fast?
She's really talking fast because she really understands this. And what I would just want to put in here is that just about the gray area. People that believe that the entire world is black or white. This is right, this is wrong. This is right, this is wrong. They don't function well. What she's saying is, being an empath, as am I, it's easy to see both sides. And so you become almost paralyzed because you can't really take one side
or the other.
And it's hard.
And it's very hard on the person because we always fear that other people are thinking that we're two-faced,
right,
or that we are not trustworthy, you know, because
we can't make up our minds, we're poor decision makers.
Right. But it's not that. It's that, you know, I truly do see, most of the time, I see both sides of something. And it's yeah. So anyway, I guess we need to move on. I can.
Number what? 4?
Okay, so we're now on number 4. Okay, full of contradictions and kind of this more in the same. But it's, you know, I struggle with, you know, so many things. But let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to read my own notes and I can't see that far away.
You know what makes me think of that full of contradiction is the Jerry Seinfeld episode where they said he's a homosexual, but not that there's anything wrong with that. It's that kind of you. You want to understand it. You know, you're here, you get it, but you don't want to think that there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
And that's trying to be empathic.
Absolutely.
That was an excellent.
And let's see. Oh, we can either please crowds at a party, or we can become so introverted that we forget we're at a party.
Boy, I guess that's right.
You know, I mean, honestly,
she has a powerful focus.
You know, and although I am introverted, I need interaction with other people badly. But I'm very introverted, and so I can play both sides of it. So sometimes I can be overwhelmed by the crowd and become so within myself that I don't want to be seen, heard, or you know, and you know, I don't want to be seen at all. I don't want to be noticed. Or I can be so comfortable with the small crowd that I am, that I'm with, that I can seem as though I'm very outgoing and I'm very extroverted, which I am not. But so you know, so that again, so that's weird that people can't, you know, because I have so many people like on Facebook, my Facebook friends and things, and you know, I may make a comment, you know, that I'm introverted. And they would comment back, "Oh no, you're not. What makes you think you're introverted? You are so extroverted." I'm like, "No."
They're coming to that conclusion because of what you look like on Facebook, like on paper. No,
and people that personally know me, but they, you know,
they see you on when you're out there.
Right.
That's right.
And so number 5, okay, INFJs are typical writers. Okay, I need desperately time to speak in written form because I basically write the way that I wished I could speak.
Yeah.
And so it's very important, especially if there's something very pressing going on or something that's very emotional that I'm trying to work out, to have written it out first before either approaching the person, or sometimes just having written or wrote it out.
The grammar police.
Definitely grammar police. And we forgot to turn the air conditioner off.
You're fine.
Sorry, guys. I know that
we're talking
background humming.
Here,
I tried. So anyway, so yes, it is very important for me to write things out because I do write the way that I wished I could speak, and you know, I have very poor speaking ability.
That's not true,
but I do. So
we're all our worst critics. So.
Yeah, we are. So the last one that I have, and you're not supposed to look.
I don't look usually. I really don't. I'm usually very good.
So number 7,
lying.
the last one. I know it. We see everything because we are driven by our intuition. We see a lot. We take in a lot, and we're capable of seeing the big picture and all the minor details. and there's very fine details that other personalities don't pick up, because there's this greater thing that they do that INFJs are not able to do, but because they have this other ability, they don't pick up on these fine details.
See, it's real important. INFJs are very good at picking out those details and seeing the big picture. What you want is your scientist to always be able to do that.
Right.
See the big picture, but be able to pick out the details.
Right.
So I do want to add something.
Go ahead.
Hear about Donna?
Yes.
She covered that extremely well. I will not try to correct anything she said because I know that she did it and she knows she's right.
She knows me well.
That's right, I do. You're darn right, I do. Been to Rome and back.
That's right.
Literally.
But yes, so those are just, a very tidbit. It's very small, 7. Those were the 7 things.
But I want to add something.
Okay.
There's something.
Oh, I thought that's what you did want to add.
No, that was just an aside too.
Oh, okay.
This one's more important. One of the things that interests me too is about different personality types and also different personality disorders. Not that that's a disorder, that's a type. You may find within each type there's a somewhat of a disorder in one area or another.
Right.
Nobody's perfect. But I'm interested in finding out attention deficit disorder. Does that damage my IQ? There's questions I have about a lot of those, and I've studied it. I just know about that in the past, and I'm going to be doing a little bit more on it, I hope, in the near future. And we're going to have someone here that is going to be our subject. And I do believe that INFJs are more intelligent than not. Most of them are extremely intelligent, and they have very high IQs. So we're going to follow that up with some real hard evidence, because I believe I'm right. So look forward to that.
Well, okay, I have this question for you. You know me pretty well, Remi. So, okay, so since INFJs are considered to be the rarest of the 16 personalities, what do, with you knowing me personally, what is there one thing that kind of stands out that, do you know what I'm trying to ask? I mean, because I want to know, is it really that, I mean, it says to be, it's supposed to be rare, so.
Yes, it is rare. Because, I haven't studied all of them that much, but I do know. The one thing about you is that I find that is not a bad thing, however, it can be for your own, to yourself, is the perfectionistic. And nobody can do it better than I can. So, before she goes on a trip, if she's not the one that gets everything ready, if it's not exactly how she wants everything, she's not going to be happy.
Right.
So she ends up working herself to death to go on vacation. So even though she already needed a vacation, she really needs one when she gets ready to go for one.
Yes, because we do a lot of camping, and I think that's probably what you're referring to. We do a lot of camping, and we have a camper.
Yeah.
And it takes me a week to get the camper ready. Right. Because things, and things have to be a certain way or it's faulty in my head.
Well, now remember.
And I can't,
I know.
I don't feel peaceful unless they are certain ways.
I'm going to throw this out there. That's right. One, though, outstanding feature of that particular example, I used that example and brought that up, is that she is also the one that's going to be doing the cooking, doing the groceries, doing the things. So if it's not right for you, it doesn't work well.
Right.
So that example really has some merit. But out in the real world, people burn out that are that way. And so I have found myself oftentimes saying, if you don't let and allow other people to help you, you're not going to stay very healthy.
Mhm.
And I've told you that.
Mhm.
So she is that way, but she is also usually, if she's doing it that way, there is a good reason. She does. She has an ability to see all ways of doing things and picking out what is the most reliable, way to do this.
Most of the time, I do feel.
But we don't want her to burn out.
Right,
That
I don't
wouldn't
want
look
to burn.
pretty. No, burning out.
And burnout is a very real thing, particularly for INFJs, because of
So I
just
think
the way we're wired.
I think
So-
that's the biggest thing that I see that I can actually
Mhm. Well, cool. Well, thank you for joining us, and I
But
hope.
not to mention, she's fun and she's beautiful and she's just a great gal.
Oh, well, thank you, Remi. Thank you.
There you go.
But we do appreciate you joining us, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you later.